shit. Okay, hello. Been a while. Sorry about that. I was gonna use my new camera. I have a new camera, but the batteries are dead, so fuck it, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be able to do some things I've been wanting to do with that new camera. I have a project, I guess you'd call it a project, that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Some in-depth religious interviews with clergy members, you know, priests and the like. I did that once, about 6 months back, but the only people who would agree to be on camera with me were Jehovah's Witnesses. But about 2 minutes in, when I started asking him tough questions, he made me turn the camera off, or he asked me to, and I wasn't going to be a dick, so I turned the camera off, but I still learned that those people are even crazier than I thought they were. But I'm hoping I can get some people to talk to me, particularly interested in nailing some Catholics in the non-literal sense. So I'm going to see if I can't get that together for you people. So what am I going to talk about? Let's talk about what everybody's fucking talking about. Let's talk about Gaza. Let's talk about what's going on in fucking Gaza. Alright? Now, folks, I know that a bunch of people are gonna be freaking out when I say this shit, but I fucking hope that Hamas is able to hold off Israel for a while. I hope they cause them some damage. I am not on Israel's side in this shit whatsoever. Fuck that. I'm tired of hearing people defend Israel. I'm watching. All right, and this is not a Jewish thing any more than I'm any other anti-religion. I don't give a fuck. That's not the issue. The issue is Israel. It's a political thing. I'm watching fucking, I believe it was CNN, and this would have been yesterday, maybe the day before, I don't know, but they're interviewing a representative, a Palestinian representative. I'm not sure exactly what his job was. He was a representative of the Palestinian government in the West Bank, not the Gaza, because they are, for all intents and purposes, separate. They're interviewing him, and they're interviewing a representative of the Israeli Defense Force, or he might have been a representative. I don't know. Same fucking difference in Israel these days. And I hear this man from Israel talking about how, well, we don't want to hurt the civilians. I mean, it's not our intentions. And behind, they got the two people on either side, and in the background, they're playing live video of missiles and airburst explosions from Israeli planes and shit going off in Gaza City. Huge fucking fireballs, and there's big plumes of smoke. And he's talking about, well, we don't want to hurt any civilians. Bull fucking shit. You're lying. Stop fucking lying. I don't have any fucking love for these Muslims over there, alright? I don't really give a shit about them. Politically. I would prefer that the innocent women and children don't die, but I don't really care about them, their government. But Israel is flat out fucking lying. They're fucking lying about this shit, and the United States government and the mainstream media is supporting that lie because we have a huge fucking boner for Israel that blows my fucking mind. Alright? Their stated aim right now, because they won't admit that they're planning on occupying Gaza, which is what I think they're going to do. Their stated aim is to destroy the missile launching sites. What missile launching? They're mobile missiles. How are you going to destroy the missile launching sites? You mean Gaza? That's the missile launching site, you assholes. The missile launching site is Gaza. And the response is fucking disproportionate. I'm sorry, alright? You know, if... excuse me. If you were to send in special forces or something and put together some sort of operation with, you know, people on the inside to track down the people making the rockets, and you do raids on their homes and shit or something like that, that might be proportionate to these rockets. Because I know they're firing a lot of rockets, but they're not killing very many people, alright? Killing the biggest, the number I've heard that's been confirmed is 500. It could be more, it could be less. We're just going to go with 500. Killing 500 civilians is not a proportional response, okay? It doesn't fucking work that way. When they kill your civilians, you don't kill their civilians. That's not how this shit fucking works, alright? I mean, if you're going to do that, don't fucking call yourself a democracy, just like I ask us not to do. What I would propose, because everyone's talking about, well, what are we going to do about this? What are we going to... We need, you know, we need diplomacy, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, we do need diplomacy, alright? But diplomacy is not going to work if the agreement is just between Gaza and Israel, brokered by one particular country. If it's brokered by us, or it's brokered by Egypt, it might be a little bit more fair if it's brokered by Egypt. But if it's brokered by us, it's not going to be, because we won't even recognize Hamas as anything other than an organization. Nothing's going to change. What I would like to see, if they ever want to stabilize the situation for more than 6 months at a time, is for the Arab nations in the area to get together and create a unified force. Unified not only in thought, but in the capacity to act militarily. Because this is the problem, alright? Israel is going to win any fight with any particular Middle Eastern country. That's just how it's going to go. If they fight any single country, they're going to win. And they all know that. They know that shit. That's why they're not doing anything. You know, 40 years ago, people would be invading them all over the place, you know, but they know that they can't win now. They've learned that lesson. If the major Middle Eastern countries get together and show that they are willing to act as a single unified military force in response to Israeli military action, they can broker a fair fucking deal. I do not accept the fact that Hamas is a, quote, terrorist organization. Alright? I am not defending their right. Well, I am defending their right. I'm not defending necessarily them shooting the rockets into Israel. I think that I think that they're within the bounds of reason to do something like that. They were occupied. Now they've been under siege. You know, illegally. They have. I can see why they're doing that. It's not a wise thing to do because, like I said before, no single group of people in the Middle East is going to be able to resist the Israelis. They're going to be crushed. And you know, I said I hope Hamas holds out for a while, and I do, but they're not going to be able to withstand, you know, the might of the Israeli army. It's just not going to fucking happen. They don't have the technology. Even if they had the manpower, they just simply do not have the technology. It's not going to happen. But I cannot see the justification in Israel doing what it's doing, or at least it coming off as if it has the moral high ground in this situation, because Israel does not. Let's get fucking real here, folks, alright? I know most of us in America don't like, you know, the Arabs because they're all terrorists or whatever, durka kind of shit, but you know what? They're fucking right, okay? Israel does not have a legitimate reason to exist in that part of the world. Western powers created Israel to kind of pay back the Jews for the shit that Western powers did. I mean, we stole Arab land to help, you know, pay for the crimes of a European country. That's the kind of logic that you can only get out of, you know, Western governments. That shit would only happen here. But the thing that Arabs need to understand is that unless they're willing to completely wipe Israel off the map, which isn't going to happen, and I don't want them to do that, I don't want all those people to die, but they're not going to be able to get rid of them. So, yes, Israel doesn't have a legitimate fucking reason to be there, alright? But they're not going to go away. And the Arabs aren't going to go away either, Israel, unless you're planning on killing all of them, which I think might be even a little far-fetched for you at this point. So I propose that Middle Eastern countries, with the exception of Iran, because at this point Iran is too... what's the best way to word this? Iran wants to rule the Middle East. Alright, that's their thing. And that's why they cannot be allowed to be part of my proposal, like anybody's going to listen. But in the hypothetical world I've created, Iran doesn't need to be involved, because Iran wants to rule the Middle East. They want to be an Islamic empire, and no matter how much people in the Middle East might want Islam to rule the world, they certainly do not want the Iranians to control them. And any alliance with Iran is not going to sit well with the rest of the world. The rest of the world that would support some sort of action against Israel wouldn't necessarily, they might back off if Iran is involved. So fuck Iran in this situation. But let's talk about Saudi Arabia, let's talk about Egypt, let's talk about Lebanon and Syria and all this shit. Let's talk about these countries getting together and saying in one voice that they're not going to accept Israel doing illegal actions, and they're not going to accept Arab countries performing illegal actions, or Arab governments, or Arab pseudo-governments, however you want to categorize Hamas. They're not going to accept either of these things, and in either situation, they're going to have the military might to back it up. Because this shit, it needs to be solved diplomatically if we don't want everyone to die, but it has to have the weight of military power behind it. Because right now, the advantage is completely with Israel. They have the political advantage and they have the military advantage. If we want to see anything nearing fair, the military advantage has to swing a little bit more towards even. Now, as long as we're supporting Israel, it's not going to be that way. But it's none of our fucking business is the problem. We do not need to be involved. I don't know. I probably talked for long enough. I got people asking me questions or asking me to do stuff. So, if you have a particular subject that you would like me to talk about, send me a PM, but put as the title just write subject or video. Write video subject. And just send me a subject, and if I find something good, I'll do it. Because people send me random emails all the time, so this time I'll just ask you to. So write video subject as the subject or whatever in the PM, and I'll see if those won't give me some good ideas. Not that I don't have any ideas, but hell, I don't mind giving you what you want. Oh, I also enjoyed very much being the mod god in TJ's little blog TV room. That shit was insanity. I might do something like that, and it would be much more doable because I know only like 2 people would show up. But I'm not setting a date on that. I'll make a little video and announce it. I'll probably do Stickam or something. I don't have a webcam, so it would just be voice. So that would be what the situation would be with that. Plus, I don't really like the way Blog TV is set up. I like Stickam better. Okie dokie.